you so much for joining us this morning. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Amanda Payne. I'm the president and CEO of Amplify Clearwater. We have a lot of fun at Amplify Clearwater, in case you haven't noticed. So it's kind of like one big family. And thank you so much for being a part of our team, being a part of our membership, and joining us today for this presentation from Sharon Feckety, who is also like a member of our team. For those of you who don't know Sharon, she owns 13th Avenue Media. She also owns the Dr. Whisper, and she helps us produce those lovely podcasts that you see every morning or listen to every Monday morning at 8 a.m. So if you haven't tuned into those, please do. We have some really cool stories throughout the community representing our business owners and operators, and just really gives you the ability to connect on a personal level with those folks. So please tune in if you haven't. We still have people joining. So thank you so much, Sharon, for being here with us today, and I will turn it over to you.
And I know how to unmute myself. Hi, everybody. So great to be here. Always a pleasure to join anything Amplify. And I agree. I think Woody should start off with a promo during every Amplify event, because it's always so nice and good and makes us feel good. Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad that you're here. I hope that you become a part of these workshop series that we're going to do at the end of the month, every Thursday. We're starting with LinkedIn because this is a business community that we are all involved in. So why not start it off with one of my favorite platforms? So Alyssa is here from 13th Ave, if you want to raise your hand. And Tony is here. She was impersonating me before, but unfortunately, you're going to have to listen to me now and not Tony. Tony is in Boston, so it would have been difficult for her to join us physically, but she's a little chillier than we are here in Tampa Bay, but we all do this together. 13th Avenue Media team is incredible. I'm very proud of all of them. Anish, our other representative, he's in Dubai. Just to start with a little fun, you know, when the pandemic started, it was like spring break. If we all remember last year, he went home to visit his family in Dubai and has yet to come back. But it works out because that's technology, right? It's fantastic. And we've worked out an amazing way to communicate with Anish via Zoom and the internet, the World Wide Web. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. I would highly, highly encourage you, if you have questions at the end or comments, or if you want some tactical tips, please do so. I have a strong passion, as you will get to see, for social media and all things marketing. So I'm going to have Alyssa, who's on the ones and twos, as we like to call her, pull up our first slide. So I don't do PowerPoints, not a big fan. I'm sorry to all of you that love them, but this is one. And this is as, you know, this is as wordy as I get with my slides, really just pictures, because I think pictures speak 1,000 words. And it's very obvious here that we're talking about LinkedIn today, and it is a content platform, and the organic reach is incredible right now. So what you all don't know is that I silently stalked all of you before joining on LinkedIn to see how we're doing, right? And to see how really I could benefit you. And I was very impressed with some of you really engaging. Others, I'm glad you're here. Let's just say that. I'm glad you're here. So just a little bit of background about why we decided to start with LinkedIn. It's obvious because this is a business community. But the organic reach on LinkedIn has never been the way it is now. And unfortunately, if you haven't jumped on this game already, it's going to turn into what all platforms end up being. And that is a high ad service platform. But right now, the ability to reach so many people organically is just tremendous. So I implore you, and I do have a few clients that are on, they know how much I talk about it, and they're really, Woody and Kathy are doing a phenomenal job putting content out on LinkedIn today, and engaging with other people in business. And I'm going to get to my feelings on engagement very soon. But I want to make sure everybody knows how vital LinkedIn is when it comes to your content today. And dare I say that now here we are a year later when the pandemic started. It's 2021. It's been a year. I don't think we really need to belabor that anymore. But if you're not marketing on social today, you almost don't exist anymore. So I know sometimes that hits home with people and they get offended, but that's just the truth. I'm not saying anything that isn't the truth today. I've been studying social media and strategies for quite a few years now, and I really believe that this is the place where you need to dedicate your time. I'm going to say this again towards the end because I have it in my notes that social media can no longer be an afterthought. So if you're just like, oh, I forgot, I got to put something out on my platforms today, you don't have a social media strategy. So let's go ahead to the next slide so I don't go off just yet. All right, so content marketing is a commitment, not a campaign. So LinkedIn provides this great opportunity for you to push out organic content, but it takes patience, it takes consistency, and it certainly takes a commitment. So for those of us who think it's a good idea to post once a week or even just once a day, let me be the first to say it's not enough. Now, I do realize that we're all running businesses, and I hear a lot from a lot of clients about how there's just no time. There's a lot more time today. Quite honestly, being that most of us are working from home, a lot of us are in bedrooms today. I see you, so everybody's been able to make it on time. There you go, Woody, and Alyssa. So we've had more time to be in our homes and to be online. So making that commitment to pushing out content that is really not sales, which will be another slide, but will be about providing value to your audience. So with that said, and Woody, if you could just go ahead and hit your mic button. Thank you. Just because I hear background, and we're recording this for our podcast, of course. So what I would really love to make everybody understand is that it is certainly something that you have to commit to, like, okay, my strategy this week is going to be giving value to my audience. That means the people that you want to become your clients, your customers, buy your product. So it should be a very thoughtful commitment. And I like to tell people that you should probably put aside at least an hour of your day to committing yourself to content marketing. So whether that be first thing in the morning or in the afternoon, but that is your focus time to push out your content. It needs to be a commitment because it's a long game here. This is a marathon and not a sprint, especially when it comes to organic. All right, let's go to the next slide. Treat social as a branding platform, not a sales platform. So what to say about what I see out there. I see too many phone numbers being posted on social media. I see too many contact me for more information. I see too many 50% off your first 10 vials of Botox. I know that makes no sense. And it's very obvious, I'm sure, by anybody that gets Botox, that I don't even think they're called vials, but maybe injectables. It doesn't work. Nobody wants to be sold to, not on LinkedIn, not when you walk into the boutique and the woman comes and attacks you. How can I help you? You want to run for your life. It's the same thing on social media. So branding is all about providing value to others and your reputation and your consistency. It's to bring attention and awareness to your company, to your brand. And the only way to do that is to not sell people. There's nothing worse, in my opinion, on LinkedIn especially, is to get that DM, right? That message. Hi, Sharon. I see that you are in the medical industry. I would love an opportunity to help each other. Okay. Number one, I did not ask for your help. So that is like crazy to even say that to me. And number two, like, how are you going to provide me value? What reason do I want to engage with you? It's like dating, right? Take them to dinner, maybe a little cappuccino after, maybe another date, maybe seven more, and then you ask for something. But certainly not the first time. I think that the way people come out on social media with their sales is a turnoff. I'm going to be very blunt with everybody because I want to be able to bring as much value as possible. Is really just a turnoff. So if you are, which I want to find out later too, so I'm hoping that you guys want to engage. I understand when you're working for a company, that's what they want you to do. They want you to put out the sales, 50% off. We have a company that we work with that's national that we're constantly asking to come to these events that aren't here. And I would say this if they were here too, putting out your 50% off throughout the month of March is not going to engage with anybody. It's just not. But offering them value as to who you are as a company and why they should buy for you is so much better. So again, once I start myself feeling like I'm belaboring a topic, I will ask Alyssa to move on to the next slide. Okay, this is one of my favorites. It even makes me take a breath. There's clouds. And it says, we rise by lifting others. If you want to really, really gain some traction on LinkedIn and on any other platform for that matter, start engaging with others. Start sharing somebody else's content. One thing that I love about Thursdays, and if I get the time to do it today, which I will make the time, I have somebody in my life that I really want to thank, right? So Thankful Thursdays. I like to call them TBTs, whatever you choose. But when I thank somebody else and I offer my testimony about somebody or some company, the engagement is just through the roof. And this works especially on LinkedIn. So if you find somebody's content on LinkedIn that you are really enjoying or that you're getting a lot of value from, you should share it. We all rise by lifting up somebody else. And certainly we've all learned together as a globe that this is definitely the time where we need to be helping our fellow humans and our fellow businesses. So if you saw content, if say you saw a Where's Woody on LinkedIn and you really loved it, go ahead and share it. Why wouldn't you want to lift up his brand? And believe me, when you do that for others, they're like, who is this character? Who is this Sharon girl that keeps giving me all of this love? I put this on the bottom of my agenda as well, but it's a high time to make mention of how I feel when somebody likes something on my page. I know Alyssa's laughing right now. Just please don't. Just keep going. Just don't even like it. Just keep on moving, because it doesn't help the algorithm, and it doesn't make me feel good. I like to propose to everybody right now, if you were wearing this phenomenal outfit and you showed up in front of a room full of people, and this room full of people was like, oh my God, you look so good today, would you just stand there and go, you would engage, right? You would say something. If you're in a networking event, which I believe that we will all be in person, fingers crossed, in the near future with everybody getting vaccinated, we talk to each other. We really should be living our life on social more like we actually live our lives. So if you were to put a comment like, hey, Brent, man, oh man, That blog that you just posted was killer. I learned so much from it. You would recognize, you would go, oh my goodness, like who is that? Oh, Sharon. Okay. Yeah, let me comment back. But not only is that like really what technically we hope everybody does, just as a good human being, is that it helps the algorithm. So the more times there's a comment under a post, your algorithm is going to go up. Other people are going to see it. I am I can't tell you how many times I comment under people's posts all the time. Jenny could speak to this too. I'm under Amplify almost every day, but you'll never see me just going click with a little like, because it's not going to help Jenny. It's not going to help Amplify. It's not going to amplify your business. It's going to amplify when we lift others up and we engage and we comment. So again, I feel myself getting like, so we should move on to the next. This is vodka. I'm kidding. Yes. Yes, Will Kieran. Does it say Kieran or Keenan? It's not what you upload, it's the strategy with what you upload. So again, social can't be an afterthought today. And I know we're speaking about LinkedIn, but this is certainly, if you're in B2B, like this cannot be an afterthought anymore. I wish I could see everybody if they raise their hand, but if you're on all of you I found on LinkedIn, whether you're active or not, you're on there. I'd love to know if you guys have used a LinkedIn story. If you could just raise your hand in the chat, or maybe put a comment in the chat, or just raise your hand visually, that's fine. Who is using LinkedIn stories? Not many. Well, that's understandable, because why would you? It's new, right? But let me tell you that I believe everybody is on all platforms now. Instagram has stories, Facebook has stories, LinkedIn has stories, and a lot of people look at those stories. So you have to think more of like, why wouldn't I do a story? It could bring more attention to me, my business, or that last post. And the only way really to figure out these stories is to actually try it. It's almost impossible. And I know that many of you that have been working on your social media strategies can speak to this now, is that really the only way to know how to do anything is to test it and to do it. I could tell you the tactics, but until you start actually physically doing it yourself, it's very hard to even explain. So what would be a strategy of putting a story up? Well, Amplify Clearwater is hosting this event, so they put a story up of the actual event and they tag 13th Avenue Media, and then 13th Avenue Media sees it, and then we share it, or it brings more attention to the post. It's all about how much attention you can bring. So it's not what you upload, it's the strategy with what you upload. So having that strategy, which I mentioned before, putting that hour aside, and hopefully a week before you're doing your content for the following, you're thinking about what's going on in the world culturally, so you're relevant. I also like to follow many of the things that we follow on Facebook and Instagram, like maybe Monday, it could be Monday motivation. Mindset Monday. Tuesday can be Tuesday tips. Maybe your organization has some great tips. You could list 5 things to help you get a job if you're a recruiting company. So put up those 5 tips and have some consistency with it, right? Wellness Wednesday, Wisdom Wednesday, Throwback Thursday, Thankful Thursday, Fun Friday, Flashback Friday. These are all strategies to keep you consistent. So now like on Monday, I'm going to post something motivational. On Tuesday, I'm going to give tips to people, which is just providing value. And that's what we want to do. So I'm all about this strategy, as you can tell. It's not just about the afterthought of posting. All right, let's go to the next one, Alyssa. So we're going to go through this together. So here are just some tips, and this applies to all platforms, but it certainly applies to LinkedIn. Number one, make content around trendy themes. So here we are a year later, being in this pandemic, and a lot of people are reflecting. And sometimes you can't help but reflect because Facebook likes to remind you of what it was like last year. So that is a trendy theme, not what we would like for it to be, but hopefully next year it'll be a different trend. So thinking about that, I posted on the Doctor Whisperer today, because it's Throwback Thursday. I posted my horrible documentation of me having COVID and my husband. I have no makeup on. I look terrible, but it's trendy and it's a theme. And I wanted to share my experience to encourage others to share theirs. Now, do I think anybody's going to be posting with no makeup? Not so much, not all the time. We like to look coiffed before we post, but there is something to be said today about vulnerable posts, about being authentic, about being real. The more you are real on social media and stop pretending that you are all buttoned up all the time, the more you are going to connect with others on these platforms. Okay, authenticity wins. Number two, educate your audience. I mean, I talked about this with Tuesday tips. Bringing value is really the best thing that you can do because you're bringing attention to your brand. People are very savvy today. And if they want what you have, they're going to look you up. So why not provide value, provide education? If you're a hotel in Clearwater, what are your specials during the month of May or June? And how could they gain access if they're a Florida resident? Give them the coupon codes ahead or tell them to send you a direct message for more information. Educate them about what you have going on, not the afterthought of, oh my goodness, it's Easter. And that's like 5 minutes from now. And you're just going to start going, come on in, 50% off or whatever it is, so educate your audience, keep that in your strategy. Use hashtags to increase reach. Now I'm going to take a breath really quickly. People, think about this. The only people that are going to see your content on any platform are the people that you are already connected to. But my friends, if you add hashtags, as many as you can, please don't put one or two. Please don't think, oh, is it too many hashtags? Like I've heard everything. Am I posting too much? That's all insecurity. We got therapy, professional therapy for that. I have some great recommendations. I go myself. I can't wait to go on Friday. I'm working on my self-esteem, all my insecurities, so I don't have to worry about what anybody thinks when it comes to the thing that is going to bring me business, which is what we're all here for. So using hashtags to increase your reach. So if Alyssa was doing a post today about 13th Avenue Media having an event, she would put hashtag social media marketing, hashtag event, hashtag virtual event, hashtag Clearwater, hashtag Ultimar, hashtag. And every platform allows a certain amount. Instagram is 30. LinkedIn, they've never given me a set number, but just keep putting them in until they stop you. Because that's how people find you. I can promise you this. Nobody's going to find you if you don't add those hashtags. So whatever it is, whatever hang up you got about the hashtag, get over it. You can search people via hashtag. Say you were looking for Clearwater residents. You could search hashtag Clearwater residents and see what comes up. It's such a powerful tool and just not enough people use it. So hashtag it up. Let's have a hashtag party. Too bad there's no days of the week that start with H, because it would be hashtag Hatterday. Maybe we could just call it that. Okay. Number 4, focus on making creative content and using strong visuals. So with LinkedIn and with any platform, really, you have to test. I'm all about tasting and testing, seeing what works. Videos always do really well. That's never going to stop. You're always going to get more views, more engagement with a video. Now, don't you go putting up a video without any captions on it. I mean, like if you are famous, you could probably get away with it and somebody's going to click on it. But most people, while they're working, and I hate to tell you all this, like all the employers that are out there that think their employees aren't watching videos at their desk all day long, you're wrong. So, if you don't have to hit play, you can read what the video says. I have a 17-year-old and he puts captions on the television. Like that's how he watches TV. Actually, he doesn't watch it. He watches YouTube. So we have to think about these generations and how they are consuming content. So putting up captions is totally necessary when you're posting videos. Okay. Or using strong visuals. I'm really not a big fan. Most people have heard this if they know me, of cookie cutter. Oh, Alyssa, you're going to have to unmute yourself. What's that? Oh, stock images. Yeah, I just, I don't like them. So Tony knows this. I'm always riding my bicycle or I'm at a park and I put all my content with like a beach scene or a bicycle scene or water scene because it's a great visual. People want to see great visuals, but you have to know what speaks to you and then provide that for your community. So strong visuals are important, but then you should test, right? Like sometimes you could just put up a thought with a few hashtags on LinkedIn and that can do really well. Sometimes a graphic does better than a video. You have to test, and that all falls into that strategy, right? A strategy is looking at the week prior and seeing what worked, and whatever worked, going harder on that, continuing to do that, placate to that audience of yours. And number 5, of course, is be consistent. Nothing hurts my feelings more than seeing the last time somebody posted was 3 months ago. You're just hurting my feelings. On this platform, in B2B, if you own a business or you need business or you need somebody to buy your product or you want somebody to come to your event or your hotel or your bar or your restaurant, you need to be on LinkedIn. You really do, especially now. The ads on LinkedIn, the ad platform is very, very expensive. If you have the marketing dollars to put towards some ads on LinkedIn, oh my goodness, you should be doing it. But that's all a part of your strategy. What is your marketing budget? Please don't say you don't have one, but I know most don't. That's why I say it. But you have to have a marketing budget in business, right? So I recently heard from a client that said that, we're not doing so well, so we're going to stop marketing. Now, I've heard that probably for the last 25 years that I've been in marketing. It's the first thing people cut, and it's the wrong decision. Now, that might sound, of course, you would say that, Sharon, you own a media company. Well, I'm not saying it for any other reason that I know that it's true. Like if we're not growing, we're dying. If we're not building, we're dying. So we have to continuously pour our advertising, our marketing dollars into doing just that. And that brings me to, that's the last slide. So that brings me to telling you that, having this real moment with yourself is a good idea about what you're doing for your social media strategy. It is no longer, it's not going away. It's only going to increase. It's only going to become more powerful. Do I think it's the end all of having a business succeed? Absolutely doodly no. Okay. When somebody asked me today, Sharon, how do you gain new clients? Oh, I do everything. You see, I do workshops, I do events, I do podcasts, I do LinkedIn, I do, content. When I was at a dinner last night, socially distanced, of course, with 2 psychiatrists, and I'm still here to talk about it. So there's a lot that has to be done with business, but this to me is just a no-brainer. LinkedIn is a no-brainer. You can have many of your posts go viral if you just got consistent with it. You really could. I do think everybody should post more than once a day, but if you're not at least posting once a day, nobody's going to find you. So just a few things to end with, because I really want to hear from you and I want to provide value and I just want to have a conversation. Engage with others. Engage with others on the LinkedIn platform. Who do you want your clients to be? Find them in the search button, like I did for everybody that's here today, and engage with them. Connect with them. Don't send them a direct message until you've dated them and taken them to dinner virtually. Thoughtful comments, not just an emoji. And I realize as I say this, and I talk about this all the time, that it's a lot of work. I already know. This is a lot of work. So if you don't have that kind of time to do this for your business, I highly encourage securing a company that can help you with it. Because organic media is, you absolutely want to have something out there at least every day. But then on top of that, you should be adding to it. You should be repurposing it on other platforms. Just remember that LinkedIn is majority B2B. All right. We got a bunch of business ballers hanging out on LinkedIn. You want to reach a CEO? That's where he's going to be. Might not be, doing a reel on Instagram. I don't know. Might be. Who knows? But really, you can really, really connect and engage with a lot of people that you want. If you want to really get your posts seen, you have to use hashtags. But I also encourage you to tag people. So if you see that, I do this a lot myself. If I see that one of my posts that I think is amazing, but nobody else does, I might put a comment in the bottom and I might go, hey, Kathy, what do you think about this? Now I've tagged Kathy. I go, hey, Kathy, what do you think about this? And now Kathy will comment because she knows how important engagement is. And then it just keeps building and building. But if you just like something, the algorithm is going nowhere. So, hashtag stop liking posts, leave comments, tag others, use stories, be consistent, have a strategy. You could find every single employee that works for a company if you want to and tag them on your post. Say, for example, you're going to somebody's business and you are promoting them now because it's so nice and you're doing this Thankful Thursday thing. You can go in and search in the search bar, employees of Amplify Clearwater. And boom, Jenny Barrow pops up. By the way, Jenny Barrow just got engaged. That's exciting, right? So there'll be some nice comments under her post going forward. Congratulations. So with that, I'm going to just go ahead and open it up. I'd really love to hear from you or ask any questions that you might have so we can provide value for each other. Thank you all so much for being here today. Woody.
Sure, that was super helpful. Appreciate taking the time. I have a question on what your thoughts are between posting from your business page versus your personal page. So on LinkedIn, I have more connections through my personal page than people following my business page right now.
Sure. I think it's a great question. So I highly recommend personal and tagging your business page. I have a podcast on the Dr. Whisperer. I have a LinkedIn page on the Dr. Whisperer. I don't ever post anything from the Dr. Whisperer, but I tag it so people know that that's my business. And in your bio, right, which is important. So I'm glad that you triggered this thought. Your bio is super, super important. You really, really need to put ways people can get in contact with you, use emojis in there, highlight personal things about yourself that might click with somebody else. But I highly recommend, people want to do business with people they like. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. They just want to like you. If they like you, they're going to want to work with your company. So I absolutely, personal branding is always going to do better than your business page. I hope that answers.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you, Brent.
For sure.
Woody?
Hi, Sharon. I had a question about writing stories because that thing has been intriguing me since I'd seen it there on the platform. And I really want to start on one. You and Alyssa know my story, most of it. And my question is, how much do we want to reveal of our personal life versus our professional life? Or is it a mixture of both? Or is it one or the other? I mean, I don't know how to start. I mean, I could start off May 6, 1955 in Portsmouth, Virginia. Michael Helfand was given birth to this world. But I don't think that's how we want to start that. So my question is, how do you get started? And I mean, I have plenty of stories, as you know. I just want to know, what are your thoughts about how you get going on that, and how much of your personal, I mean, I know I need to do something that's going to show my vulnerability. I need to, it's going to show my enthusiasm and my sincerity and my genuality, but help me think through, how would he start typing a story?
Sure. So there's a few things. Number one, I don't want to confuse the things. So there's LinkedIn stories, which is Alyssa's going to show you this afternoon, but it's that little circle up on top that you can, in addition to your post, add a story. So that's number one. But when it comes to your personal story, listen, this is a very personal decision. For me, I mean, I wrote a book about my life. There's literally nothing out there that people don't know about me. The good, the bad, the ugly, the uglier. And then if you watch the Dr. Whisperer post today, you would see how I look without makeup. It all depends on how vulnerable you want to be. I know 100% without a doubt, for me, the more vulnerable I am, the more authentic I am, the more business I do. Because people they want to like each other. You know, we don't have to go back, and nobody's going to start with, it's October 13th, 1972, although a great day. Sharon was born to 2 Irish immigrants. But people want to know about, I like to hear about failure myself, and I know everybody does. When I put out something like, I had a terrible day, you can 100% guarantee I'm going to get more traction on that, because unfortunately people want to hear about the negative. But that's okay if you're going to put a positive spin towards the end, but that's the truth. I don't like clickbait. I'm just saying that if you had a bad day, sharing about that bad day or something that, went down in your business that wasn't great, people identify with that. I mean, that's just real life. So I don't have too much of an intersection myself with, life and business, because business is very, very personal to me. It's my baby. I'm a few of babies. I hope that helps. Who's next? Anybody?
I have a question. This is Camille.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not on camera because I don't have a camera on this computer, but thank you for the insight. The question that I have kind of piggybacks on what Brent was asking. On LinkedIn, it seems that you can only engage with other posts under your personal page and not within your business page. So would you also recommend that we engage with posts that we want to, bring engagement to through our personal?
Yeah. So I'll just give you a great example of a little failure that is about exactly what you're asking about. So Anish, who's not here as part of my team, he posts on 13th Avenue Media. We get like little to no traction on our platform. We just don't. So sometimes I will take it and I will share it on my personal page, and we'll get more traction. But I asked him the other day, I was like, why didn't you tag this one, and this one from 13th Avenue Media? And he was like, again, Sharon, which is what he said, which I really appreciate and love, the honesty. You can't do that. You can't tag them. So I know, Liz laughing. It's true. True story. Just happened the other day. It's so much better, in my opinion, to share about your businesses on your personal page, because again, people want to do business with good people. So if it's your own business, which I don't know if it is your own business or not, talking about your baby is a good thing. I mean, I think we spend most of our time thinking, sleeping, eating, work than we do most other things. I'm not saying that's great, but that's just the reality of the world that we are living in. So I highly recommend
Well,
putting, go ahead.
yeah, it's not in my situation, but I think it still applies because if I go and react, put a comment on somebody's post, my headline says where I work, so they're still going to make the connection regardless.
100%. Well, and that's what everybody's going to do, Camille. They're going to look to see, they're going to go to your bio. So that's why your bio needs to be tight. You need to have
Right.
a description. You need to have other ways people can get in contact with you, links to your website, links to your other pages. I can't wait to talk to everybody about Clubhouse. That's not today, but there's so much opportunity out there to bring eyeballs to your business through your personal page. And LinkedIn is definitely the place to do that. I hope that
Awesome.
was helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Who's next? Sheila, did I see you pop up?
Oh, sorry. You saw me pop up. Sorry. And I'm running around my house. So sorry for you're going to see just my headshot. Okay. So what happens? There's AI in LinkedIn, and I'm getting like 20 requests from people that are trying to sell me services I don't want to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't do SEO. And they're, because I'm a marketing, and so they're always trying to sell me stuff that, and so they click on it, and then they send me a thing and say, hey, let's get on for a one-on-one and stuff like that. And I'm going, I don't know if I can help you. You're in Los Angeles, and I'm not going to white paper your SEO. I kind of feel guilty about that.
What, are they sending you private messages on LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ignore all of them, just so you know.
Okay.
And then I delete them.
Okay.
Anything that starts with, hi, Sharon. I saw that you work in the medical industry. I would love nothing more for us to have a conversation so I can tell you all about me. Yeah, that doesn't work. So I just no direct messages. I don't believe any of that works. We're all getting sponsored direct messages now. None of that works. Anything that's too long doesn't work. Short, sweet, and have a seat has always been my favorite. I think, say I was to start engaging with Brent, which I just might. I'm going to start making comments first. I'm going to tell him, I love that post. That was really great. That brought me a lot of value. And then if I wanted to connect with him off of LinkedIn, then I would send a direct message. I'd love to set up a Zoom call. I've developed many relationships just that way, engaging with them, naturally them wanting to follow me back, and then connecting with them, because I do believe that you can use LinkedIn to have that one-on-one via Zoom. That's what has worked best for me. If there is then somebody that I think that we can have a relationship with, and because we don't have so many in-person networking opportunities, take them off LinkedIn and invite them to a one-on-one Zoom,
Okay.
and say something like, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but all those people, no, I don't feel bad one iota. They're just looking to sell.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes, I had two things. One was the stories. Actually, I'm a work in progress on the social media and LinkedIn and all. I don't even know what they are, but now I'm going to look for that circle. So people go there to learn more about your day or your background or whatever you want to put in there. I mean,
So let me
I've
give
never
you
done that to, looked at anybody's story either. So if I have connected with somebody or they've connected with me, I have access to their story. I can just click on it and read about them.
Yeah. So Instagram started with stories because they took that feature from, just to give you a little history, they saw how well Snapchat was doing. So they said, oh my God, we're going to lose everybody from Instagram to Snapchat if we don't incorporate that feature. So they incorporated then in Instagram, and now stories are so popular. More so for the younger generation, because this is just, all of the studies show this. And then I have younger people in my life. They want the stuff to disappear. It's a commitment to keep it there all night or for a week. Don't put it on your feed. Just keep it up in the story. So it's the same thing really for LinkedIn. But I think what people are doing on LinkedIn, and definitely I have followed this trend too. On the weekends, I'm looking at LinkedIn. If I go out for a bike ride or something, I'll put that in my story, or I'm searching to see people I'm interested on the stories. You know, anything that is a new platform on a platform means that there's a lot of great organic reach. So a lot of the people that look at my stories, because you can also look, and we can show you this at another time, you're like, oh my God, I don't even know who these people are. Let me click on them and go see who they are. Oh, you know, it's somebody that's interested in media. That's perfect, you know. So stories can do a lot. It's really just another avenue to bring more attention to your brand. That's it. It's just how, because that's what you want. You always want more attention. So why wouldn't you? So I could post today, check out, you know, Kathy's Tuesday tips. I could put it in my story and tag you, and then somebody could go to your page. So it's a great little tool that's just like extra, and we have them on other platforms. So every platform is going to incorporate what really works. So if they're putting it on LinkedIn, that means we should be using them. And a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to turn it into Facebook or Instagram. People, this is the way the world's going. We're just going to have a little more acceptance of social media is what's happening.
Okay. And my other question was boost post. What is that? I've never clicked on it. I see it when I post. I guess it costs money.
Now you're talking about Facebook?
I think LinkedIn also has it. When you post, it has a little bubble there and it says boost your post.
I've never seen that on my feed.
Yeah. I don't
Has
know.
anybody else? Can somebody else jump in if they have?
I think
What do
they
you
call
have?
them promoted.
Oh, promote. Oh yeah. I mean, that's just paid.
I see that it's on Facebook where they want you, if you say boost this post,
Yeah.
they'll charge you $10 or $20. They give
Oh, okay.
So let me tell you what that is. So that means you have to pay more. That's really all it is. Boosting, which is really more for Facebook than it is for LinkedIn, it's a vanity metrics. If you want more eyeballs on a post and you boost it, it's sponsored now. Yes. Right. Thanks, Camille. I knew I didn't see boost on LinkedIn, but it just means to put paid advertising dollars behind it. And I just don't recommend anything that is that easy to click a button, because that means that there's no strategy behind it. There's another day we're going to do one about ads. You can join that one to learn more about it, but that's not organic reach boosting. So I wouldn't click it unless you want to add some more money to what you're doing already.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy. Anybody else?
The only thing I would add is that I had a very strong bias against social media for my own reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And it kept me, actually it happened years ago when I saw Facebook becoming corrupt in terms of friends and all the people who want to friend you. And it became like a nightmare for me. And I got off of it and I said goodbye to everybody. And I promised I would never go back on because it was such a mess.
Mm-hmm.
But what I learned and what we're learning right now is that since we've been working with you at 13th Ave and getting our social media posted, you get past your bias and you recognize that this is a business decision, and it's a really good business decision. We are connected now. We're seeing thousands of hits on Instagram when certain posts get posted. It's all good. And I just want to say, I'm 100% with you. I agree with you. And it's hard to believe coming in this year ago that I would be saying this, but I just want to share it for anyone else who may have biases, that forget the biases. This is about business. And LinkedIn has been very fortuitous for us. And I'm certain it will work as well for you.
Well, thank you for saying that, Woody. And I have to say that you're probably one of our greatest testimonies on sticking with it. You know, social media is a marathon. It is not a sprint. It's really, you have to be consistent. You have to commit to it. And if we think about all the opportunity that social media provides to us, you can reach, I've interviewed on my podcast people from different countries. I've been able to do business with people from out of state because of social, not because, I was networking with just Amplify Clearwater. You can take it outside of your region, which is really, really powerful. But you have to commit and you have to be consistent. It's certainly not anything that happens overnight. And unfortunately, a lot of people think that they're going to start with social and they're like, where's my ROI? Well, nobody, in the world doesn't want ROI, but it takes a little longer than 3-6 months. It's a commitment. So I appreciate you saying that. And I think that I come across that a lot. I hear this a lot. I hate social media. Okay. Let's throw up 20 grand on a billboard. Let's see how that goes. Just kidding. Who's next? Anybody? We still have 4 minutes. All right. Well, listen, I love going to lunch early. How about all these people that are on here? Linda or Maria or Marilyn or Paula or Sydney or Lynn? No. Okay. I know it's not easy jumping in, but I hope you join the rest of these events. I think that it's great to even just be able to network with each other. And maybe if you don't mind, Jenny, we could just go around the Zoom really quick and everybody just say your name and what company you're with. We only have 4 minutes. So, but I think it would be a great opportunity for people to know who we're all doing business with, or we could potentially be. How's that sound, Jenny?
Sounds good.
All right.
So
Why don't
I'll start really quickly. How about that?
Yeah, there you go. And then pick the next one. Okay.
There are
Okay.
a couple people on here that I don't believe that I've met before. So my name is Jenny Barrow. I'm the Director of Business Development and Member Engagement for Amplify Clearwater. So that's the chamber. Easy enough, I handle all the communication. So I find a lot of what Sharon says very helpful, and I can take away many tools from the things that you say, especially with LinkedIn.
Yay.
Next, I will call on Linda Gower. Yeah, let me unmute her.
And you don't have to, yes, I hear you.
All right, my computer's acting up. I can't even get my video thing to work, or the picture. Anyway, hi, I'm Linda Bauer. I'm with Candlewood Suites in Sonesta Simply Suites in Clearwater. Sorry, I missed almost this whole presentation. I got called out. So I'm gonna have to go on another one. But what was I gonna say? I forgot. What was I supposed to be saying? I'm sorry.
We just want to know who you are and what business you're with, so we know who we're connecting with here.
I'm with Sonesta Simply Suites, so we're an extended stay brand hotel. So we have full size kitchens in all of our rooms. So I deal with a lot of long-term project type business.
Awesome. Awesome.
Oh,
you want me to choose, Jenny? Want me to keep going? All right, Brent, why don't you go ahead?
Sure. So my name is Brent Hallinger. I co-own Local Union with my wife. It's a coaching and consulting business, helping new businesses get started, establish businesses, be more efficient, and then businesses ready to scale, we help them grow. I'm a prospective member of Amplify. I got invited by Christina today. So this was a good first introduction to kind of see what goes on with the Amplify Clearwater.
Oh, that's awesome. Welcome. That's fantastic. All right. How about Camille? You want to unmute yourself?
I'm Camille. Thank you. I'm Camille Hefting. I am the Public Relations and Content Marketing Specialist for West Coast Medical Resources. So events like today and all of the other webinars that Sharon has done have been great for me. It's great to hear content marketing is a commitment, not a campaign, because I can 100% agree with that. And we are very much a B2B business, as we basically redistribute surgical supplies from hospitals that don't need them or have not used them to surgery centers and other hospitals that can use them. at a discount. So it's great to see that there's a lot of potential on LinkedIn, and I agree with that.
I love it. Thank you. Sydney.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Sydney Marks. I am the events manager at Amplify Clearwater, the chamber. So I handle a lot of the logistics for the chamber, and happy to be here.
Awesome. Great to see you. Okay. How about Maria? You can just unmute yourself. We don't have to see video.
So I am actually Brittany. I'm having to use Maria's account. I am the content manager for our social media, Blue Fetch in Clearwater. It is a delivery system for construction. So it's been really, and I'm not a social media person, which is hilarious considering I have this role. But it's been really interesting trying to get content for our social media. And today was very helpful.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. Marilyn.
Hi, I'm Marilyn Triassi. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing at the Sheraton Sandkey Resort. Thank you so much. I love your no-nonsense, funny approach. I could listen to you all day, I think. But we've been very lax with LinkedIn, so I have committed to getting on board and figuring this out. So thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you for being here. How about Woody and Kathy? Maybe Woody, you can speak for Kathy, or Kathy, you can speak for Woody. Whoever wants to go. Woody, you got to unmute yourself.
Do that now. Here we go. Well, I'm Woody Helfand, and this beautiful lady over here, Kathy, is my bride and my co-founder of a company called Helfand Consulting Incorporated. We do business as Patrice and Associates. Patrice and Associates is one of the largest recruiting firms in North America. We are both certified to recruit employees we work strictly B2B. We're working with clients on behalf of clients to help them find the best talent needed for their organization. We are both certified to work across all platforms, although we have a very strong core focus on hospitality. That is how the company was founded, and that was what its core competency was until people like us started buying franchises who have multiple background experiences in multiple platforms that want to be able to help companies of all types.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Woody. I'm looking at the time and we're 2 minutes over, so I'm going to give the opportunity now to our dear friend, Alyssa Palenzuela.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Alyssa Palenzuela. I am the digital media specialist at 13th Ave, and I'm happy to be here. So I'm part of the team, and I work underneath Sharon, and I do a lot of the content creation, all that kind of fun stuff. Everything that's incorporated in it, I have some hand in. So it's nice to be here today, guys.
She's awesome. Thanks, Alyssa. Tony Manzone.
Okay, so hi, I'm Tony Manzon, and I currently am interning with 13 Ave Media as a social media marketer, and I love it.
That's awesome, and we love you. Did I miss anybody? I'm scrolling through. If I missed anybody, please unmute yourself.
No, I think you got everyone.
Did I? Okay, good. That was me. It probably looked like this for the last 5 minutes as I'm staring through all the participants. Well, thanks so much, everybody. Thanks, Jenny, for hosting this along with me. I hope to see you all every Thursday, last Thursday of every month. We will have a new platform to discuss. So tell your friends.
Thank you, Sharon. And
thank you very much.
Thank you, Kathy.
Super helpful.
Yeah, you did a great job, Sharon. Great job.
Thank you.
As always.
April 29th is the next one, so we'll see y'all then.
What's the next one?
April 29th.
No, I mean, what is the topic?
Oh, I was trying to find that. I think.
Just kidding.
It's Reels.
It's Reels.
Instagram Reels.
There you go.
Instagram Reels. Oh, my new favorite. So great. I look forward to seeing all of you. Bye, everybody.
We'll see y'all then. Thanks, Sharon.
Good day.